What is up, guys? We are back with another video. So in this video we're going to be looking at my Fortnite settings and keybinds. So let's get right into it. I want to make this quick so it won't take too long, and of course that's what you should probably be doing. So let's get right into it. Full screen mode, it gives you the most FPS, 1920 by 1080 resolution because I have a 1920 by 1080 monitor. Frame rate, I have this at max, obviously. I don't even know why I have that. Brightness, this isn't too important. And 3D resolution at 75%, everything else on low because my FPS isn't too good. I don't have a good graphics card. DirectX 11 because it's better than DirectX 12 for now because DirectX 12 crashes a lot. Allow multi-threaded rendering on. VSync motion blur, definitely turn that off. Now let's get into the game settings. I have toggle sprint off. Sprint by default is on, everything else is off. Sprint by default is something you should definitely have turned on. So for hold to stop, everything's off here. Toggle targeting is not very useful. Mark danger, I'm not sure what that does. Auto sort consumables to the right, definitely turn this on. This is very helpful. Reset building choice, turbo building, definitely turn that on. Confirm edit on release. This one's more controversial, but I personally have this on because it's really easy to edit fast with it. If you play on controller, definitely turn this off because you should probably be using double edit binds, but they're hard to get used to, so it's obviously your choice. And for all of this stuff, this is not really important. I have replays on. And for the game UI, I just have everything turned on. Nothing too special, except for this. I'm not sure what that does. So for mouse and keyboard sensitivities, I have X and Y both at 10%. 10% is very fast, but it gives me 100 eDPI because I have 1000 DPI on my main mouse, or like on my mouse settings. And targeting sensitivity 70%, 81.2%. This isn't too fast. And I just have this stuff all off here. And for this side, Builder Pro build immediately because I play controller 2, 2.8 and 3. This is very fast. This isn't too fast here, obviously. And I have advanced options on. For the ADS settings, I have 32% and 32%. With linear settings, you can't have as good aim. And I have linear settings turned on because linear is easier to build. Move stick dead zone is 10% and 10%. And for foot control, I have no idea what that does. And for this, the audio settings, I just have everything here. I have visualize sound effects on because it's very useful. And for the keybinds, this is where the important stuff starts coming in. Like, this is one of the most important settings that you have. But it's also your personal preference though. Like, don't copy my keybinds unless if you really want to. So I have V and B for double movement keybinds because it's easier to move, but it takes up 2 like keybind slots, which is kind of annoying. Auto run is G, everything else is default here. Reload is T because it's not as important as like doing the other actions like building and editing, for example. And for use, I have this as mouse wheel up. The scroll wheel pickup is very nice. For tab is harvesting tool. I have C, Q, F, Z, X. And I use this because I don't really like the number keys. I'm not a huge fan of them, especially for weapon slots. Wall and stairs I have as the mouse buttons. For floor is left shift because it allows for better movement. For roof it's R because it's really easy to reach, and I switched that, and that's what reload is supposed to be. For trap is 4 because I can't think of a good keybind for this. For repair and upgrade I have 6 because it's not really that useful and you don't really need to use that a lot. So for rotate building it's T because that's the same as my reload. For editing I have E. This is probably one of the best edit keys out there. Also F is pretty good, left shift isn't as good, but E is what you should be using, and you should probably not use G right now because it's too far away. And for reset I have right mouse button. Also I use scroll wheel reset so I can just scroll down and it'll reset everything. For ping or place marker I have this as 1, push to top Y, everything else you can just look through it and pause the video whenever you want. Oh, inventory is left alt right there, and map is 5, and everything else isn't really that important. And then you can just copy whatever is here. Then let's get into the controller settings. So I have everything default pretty much. Push to talk I have is right on the D-pad. Toggle pickaxe is left stick. Edit is Y. This is very nice for editing. Jump is X. I switched it from A because it's hard to play claw when you're like, A is so hard to reach when you're on claw. So reload and interact, that's B. Pretty nice. And switch mode is A. I'm trying to look for a better bind. Crouch is default. So now let's look through this stuff. There's edit as Y, obviously. This trap picker place interact is B. I just have that because it would work out. And change material has trap. Everything else is pretty much default. Push to talk is still here. And for the edit controls, I have everything's pretty much unbound here, except I have reset as left trigger, very nice. Left bumper is confirmed because I use double edit keybinds and they make me edit very, very fast. Right trigger is select because that's the default. And let's get into the dead zones. I just have that as 0.1. And now everything else here isn't too important. And that's all for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, turn on a notification bell, and drop a comment down below on what you guys think about this video. And that is all for today's video. Bye.